Well, welcome this afternoon to a very important presentation. The room isn't full, of course, because during the situation, and it would have been nice to present this at our in-person annual general meeting, David, but that isn't possible because it's going to be virtual. But we have a small gathering here, some of your friends, and people who have known you for a long, long time. So they've joined us today to be part of this as you receive the presentation. And perhaps afterwards we'll have a few little comments that they might add. You think that would be okay? Anyway, David, Christie, you have been in Albert County for many years. I just found out that you moved to Albert County in 1965, and I remember you very well when I was in school, and you were always about with Mary Micah, and being important naturalists well known throughout the province and whatever. Were you part of this TV show that she did on CKCW?
Occasionally.
Occasionally, okay. Well, I watched that, believe me.
And other TV shows I went on too.
Yes, exactly. So, you know, you've been a very important person in Albert County. You've done many, many things to preserve non-environmental preservation and to do with naturalists and the birding, and you belong to every organization known to man regarding nature, I think. But, you know, heritage has been an important part too. David has helped Mary on many, many projects preserving our important heritage of Albert County and the province. I remember Sawmill Creek, the Mary's Point. I remember so well when the hemispheric bird sanctuary opened, and you were very, and I remember when I was still teaching at Riverside, you took us on some trips out on the marshland, and that one day we saw a very, he had lost his way for sure. It was a white egret. Do you remember that?
I tell you the truth, I don't remember that
Right.
specific egret, but I've seen
Right.
I've seen a number of egrets at scattered
Right.
intervals
Well, we
on
were-
the Shepedy Marsh.
Well, we were following you behind your little truck, and all of a sudden you stopped and you got out, and here this bird is sitting in the middle of the marsh road. I remember that well. So, and when you helped us with many nature projects that we did at school. You attended the heritage fairs that went on year after year and came to events here at the museum. So you have been a wonderful supporter of the Historical Society.
I've enjoyed coming to the Historical Society's events that have been going on here. I couldn't always have time to go and do it, but you know, I was here frequently and it was very enjoyable.
You came when you could, and you were a member for many years. And so it is with great pleasure that a life membership is presented to you from the Albert County Historical Society.
Well, thank you very much.
So, and it's got a wire on the back and everything.
Certificate of Life Membership. Well, I should be able to squeeze a couple of years more in.
Oh, well, let's give you.
As long as I'm alive, I will be interested in coming to this location and attending the events that take place here. It's a very interesting spot, as well as the many things that I see outside my windows.
And life membership means you don't have to pay anymore to come and visit. You're just free to come and roam, do whatever you want here.
Thank you, thank you. That's good. I don't intend to be making, performing very significant roles, but I want to sample them and benefit from them and what I will learn from the various people that come here.
You have played a very important role for many years, and this is a very deserving reward, life membership. So, okay. so-
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Jennifer McGrath, I heard her say how she would frequently follow you around on some of the trails, so.
Congratulations, David. Am I allowed
Thank
to
you,
give you a hug
Jennifer.
with a mask? y- So yes, I've known David and Mary from the time I was very, very young. I've always was an animal lover, and I just thought David and Mary were the most wonderful and amazing people, and they were so kind and generous. I was a very quiet child and probably a little bit awkward, and I was a bookworm, but they would let me tag along after them, and I remember driving all over Fundy Park and going on various road trips
Do
with
you
as
remember the
well.
white raven that we had in our yard?
I do. And I remember Lumi, you had the big husky then as well. And I do remember on one occasion, I don't know if you remember this, you captured or removed a raccoon from underneath Harvey Hall. And we had to, and then we took it, and I think we released it way back in the park somewhere. I can't remember, but I do remember a raccoon in a crate in the back of the car, and it smelled very strongly. But no, you were definitely mentors, and no, it was wonderful because in addition to just letting me tag along after you and letting me learn by watching, you also let me just sit in that wonderful, marvelous house at Mary's Point and read all your books, which I thought was they had the most wonderful library of wildlife books, and it was okay. I was allowed to just sit quietly in a corner and page through books, which was also wonderful. So thank you so much for that, and you definitely shaped who I am today, because now I write about this place and I write about all the wildlife that you taught me about.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
And that just means that no greater gift can anyone give than to stimulate the curiosity and minds of young people to learn more and to be protective of our land and nature and so on. So
I took many school classes and things for walks over the years.
exactly. So you have done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
So thank you all for coming and being part of this. It's been a special day for David and a special day for the society to be able to honor David Christie. Thank you.
Thank you.